A very good morning to you. Welcome to K24. My name is Mbugua Mumbi, and this is Relationship Thursdays, where we get to talk about your relationships. And today I'm focusing on dowry. We've talked about marriage, we've talked about the vows, we've talked about everything, courtship, meeting the parents. But there's one thing that people always start, having cold feet about, and it's about the dowry payment. What wanafikirianga, it's about paying millions and millions, mara sijui cows, mara ngamia, kama wametoka pande ya maandera. So today, let's talk about that particular issue. And I'm joined by Mbugua Mumbi, a marriage counselor. How are you doing, Mbugua?
Very well, thank you.
Umetutoroka tulikukosea wapi, Mbugua?
Niko sawa.
Nikakupigia simu ukalenga calls zangu nikakatch by the way. Nivenye siku kuambia.
You called through a private number. You have so many numbers, man. You need to minimize.
Some of them are just studio
We need to know your official line. Good
you know what?
to be here.
I will call you from today henceforth with my official line.
Thank you so much.
Karibu sana lakini.
Thank you, Movie.
Glad to have you back.
Glad.
Then we also have Sheila Basil. Sheila Basil, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Sheila Basil is an entrepreneur, a mother. How many? The last time I checked, you had 2 kids.
Nimeongeza mmoja.
Wako watatu sahi.
Watatu.
Congrats.
Itabidi
5 kids
nimekuja mbio.
under 3.
Okay.
3 kids under 5, sorry.
Okay, 3 kids under 5.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And then we also have Alfred Sanday, a scholar. How are you doing, my brother?
Very well, bro.
Uko salama kabisa?
Kabisa, says kulalama.
Liverpool, naona Liverpool wamefanya vizuri, so that's why you're happy this particular morning.
Atuongee unaona tunacheza chini.
Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, so the reason why we're here, guys, is to talk about dowry. And probably I will start with you, Mbugua.
Yes.
Is dowry an outdated, act?
Thank you, Mbuvi, and thank you very much for having me here. That's a very good question. If we are to ask whether dowry is outdated or whether it is still relevant, it's like a plant asking whether the earth, the soil on which it is planted, is still relevant.
Wow.
I am here to suggest and submit very, very unequivocally that one of the greatest, the primary causes of the misery, of the homicides, of the conflicts that we see in families today is as a result of the abuse of the dowry process.
Really?
Oh my, I need to say that again.
Okay.
The only unfortunate thing is that we tend to see dowry from a physical aspect or perspective. And we fail to realize that dowry is a spiritual thing. It is a spiritual thing.
Okay.
Because one of the greatest challenges that we are going through today is the abandonment of our culture.
Right.
When I am taking that cow, the ordinary eye and mind sees the physical cow.
Right.
But we do not understand the spiritual connectivity the symbol that cow has. Okay. We do not understand that. And therefore, then, you tend to think that I can do without this. Of course, you're going to appreciate that this process has been abused, grossly abused.
Definitely.
It has been grossly commercialized, and that is a problem. But the dowry in itself is a divine process. It is a God system that has been placed on the cultures of different tribes in this world.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Quite interesting there. Sheila, uliexenjwa na ng'ombe ngapi?
That's personal, but...
No, but is it relevant? Is dowry or bride price relevant in this day and age?
I think the procedure is relevant because it shows some element of commitment and connectivity between the two families. Okay. But what I don't advocate for is the valuation. Okay. I think of dowry like a gift registry when you're doing your wedding. So you say, I would like this and this. Yes. But it doesn't mean that if the guests don't bring those gifts, then now you have beef. Yeah, so that's my opinion. Okay. The process is relevant, but the valuation is the problem.
Okay. Yeah. I know, of course, you're married, 3 kids and counting. Dowry, is it relevant in this day and age?
Thank you, Mbuvi. Basically, to me, there is the bit of dowry and there is the issue of bride price. Dowry, of course, there are people who look at it in terms of usually it's the bride who takes be it wealth or whichever property, basically to the groom's family, and brings it to the family of the groom. Okay. And then the issue of bride price, then that is now the groom who takes something as a token, as an appreciation to the family of the bride.
Right.
So basically, they are, of course, today we use the terms interchangeably.
Dowry, bride price.
Yes, yes, interchangeably. But usually that is the thing. And as Mbugua said, basically, this is something that it has several bases. One, look at it religiously, both Christianity, Muslims, they kind of like advocate for it.
Right.
As a way of appreciating the families for bringing up the girl.
Right.
And looking at it in terms of even studies that have been done, there are studies which have been done, be it in Zambia, in Indonesia, which show clearly that because of the price that, as Sheila also pointed out, there are people who, and even Mbugua, in terms of commercialization, who see that as you educate your girl child, then the bride price also goes higher. So it means that, personally, as a person who have seen some of our parents and even my mom, who was not educated, based on the fact that the wazees then felt ya kwamba huyu atenda kuoleka mahali fulani, so there is no need to educate such a person. Okay. But today, parents are educating their girls, knowing that as the higher they go, then definitely the higher the price. When they will be negotiating with the people, they say, huyu alifika mpaka university, akona PhD.
Akona masters.
Yes.
Bei yake
imepanda. So basically it's relevant. Of course it has its cons here and there, but all said and done, it's always good to, of course, even socially. Not only are we looking at it religiously, socially you also feel there is the pride that comes with it in the society.
All right.
Because it has been, the society has already placed that it's good for you to have, for your parents, for someone to have taken dowry or bride price for that matter to your family.
All right. So I want to rope in the audience this time around in terms of the question of the day, and it's a very simple one. So use the social media handles on our pages or on your screens right now to respond to us. And the question is, has dowry been commercialized? Has dowry been commercialized? Are you suffering to pay bride price? Have you recently left a girl because ulienda kwa ukaitishwa ngamia 7 na boss mali umetoka kunota hakuna ngamia? Or you asked for $1 million bob and yet you're a pauper or a peasant? Please let us know through K24 TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also call us on the numbers on your screen, and you can also text us 21222. And Mbugua, probably I will ask you this because now Alfred has pointed it out. Yes. Is there a difference between dowry and bride price, or are they more or less the same thing?
Honestly, I'm not very sure whether there's a difference. But I tend to see dowry as a process. It's actually a lifelong process.
Right.
Dowry is the entire process from the day you start negotiations because this man wants to marry this girl. And dowry does not end.
Yeah.
It's very, very important for us to really emphasize that dowry does not end until death. Even if I have paid everything that was on the wrist, there is still the friendship, there's still the interactions of us visiting each other, either in terms of the parents or with the children who have been born into that family. Very, very important.
Right.
So dowry is that lifelong process. I tend to see the bride price as specifically the items that go directly to the parents of this girl, the items that go directly to the parents of this girl.
Right.
I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
Let me speak about, you know, you've talked about commercialization,
Yes.
and the significance of dowry. Number one, many parents have become very greedy, and they see the opportunity of their daughter being married as an opportunity to make money. A kind of hit and run, you know, kind of thing.
Right.
It is very important for us to appreciate that many parents are doing what? They are setting, especially the children who are getting married on a track or course of failure.
Yes.
Because they are doing the wrong things. But that is important for us to appreciate that the items that are listed in the dowry, or that the items that the father of the groom should pay, is not even determined by the parents of the girl. This is where we are going wrong. Dowry system and process is not a parent thing. It is a clan thing.
Okay.
And the list should never, never come from the parents of the girl. This is a big mistake. In fact, it is a taboo. So, because the child belongs, the girl belongs to the clan.
So, Mbugua, what you're saying is, if today I want to marry girl X.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, and I go to their to her clan and say that this is the girl I want. So the money or the cows or the mbuzis I will remove. Who are they going to? Are they going to her parents or are they going to the clan?
That's a very good question. There are different items that go to different people. For example, there are specific things that would go to the father of the girl.
Okay. This is according to the Kikuyu culture.
Yes, thank you very much for correcting. Yes, according to the Kikuyu, yes, thank you very much. There are specific things that should go directly to the father of the girl. There are those who would go directly even to the mother of the girl. There are those who will go to her other fathers, Baba Mdogo, Baba Mkubwa, and so on and so forth, uncles and what have you. And there are even things that will go to the clan in general.
Okay.
So sometimes we tend to actually allocate or apportion those things to the wrong people, and that is where the mistake is coming. There is nothing like, and we're also adding a lot of other things that are not, because largely, it's important for us to say this, largely, the system is standard. Largely, even the items are standard. Items are largely specific. But along the way, I have realized that many parents, especially the parents of the bride, they are giving additional things based on or driven by greed. For example, like somebody said here, my daughter has a master's degree. So my daughter has a PhD from UK. A PhD degree is 100K. Let me tell you, this is even a taboo. You are setting your own daughter for failure.
All right.
And it is very unlikely that this marriage is going to last.
Okay.
Yes.
Sheila, I don't know, in your community, like he said, is it any different? Or it's more or less the same?
It's more or less the same because you'll find when now the groom says he's coming, the clan sits down, and most of the time even the parents don't talk as much. So
Okay.
it's the elders in the clan who talk, and there are specific things that will go, like in Luya culture, you'll have your aunt, your mom. There's a token for when she was breastfeeding you. They say that.
Wait, there are levels of meaning? Ngoja tu kidogo utatueleza hizo levels. We have a Kagwema on the line. Kagwema, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, Mbuvi.
I'm quite fine, thank you. What is your question or comment?
I actually appreciate the discussion going on the TV here.
Yes.
And I want to commend the panelists, particularly Mbugua Mumbi.
Yes.
That whatever he's saying is quite true, that dowry and bride price is spiritual. It's not something that is just supposed to be taken like that.
Right.
And the question of whether dowry has been commercialized actually depends on the environment and where you are coming from.
Okay.
But I want to say that anything which has got value attracts a lot of value, isn't it?
Very true.
Because the more a girl is educated, the more value she's going to attract, you know? So because she's also going to bring other goodness within that particular. So it is not a question of commercialization. It's a question of value addition. What does that girl do? What does that girl add to you when she comes to your house?
So, Kagwema,
it's a question of value.
Kagwema, let me just ask you. So you are saying that a girl who has, education at a master's level, anafaa kupatiwa mbuzi nyingi zaidi?
No, si anafaa kupatiwa mbuzi nyingi. There is standard, as Mbugua is saying, there is every standard in every. Like in my clan, my daughter has got masters now.
Yes.
When people come to marry her, I will not demand a lot of money because she has got masters, but I'll go according to the traditions, according to our clan, according to our muherega, you know?
Yes.
But she will add value to where she goes because her education will help to improve that family. Anyway.
Yes.
Are you there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, it is not a question of commercialization. And again, this is something very spiritual.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very spiritual. And because of our belief systems, if you don't pay dowry, anything happening to you might think that it's happening because you have not paid the dowry. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much, Kagwema. All right. We also have Joshua on the line. Joshua, good morning.
Mbuvi, habari za asubuhi.
Mimi niko salama sana kakangu. Kirinyaga mko vipi?
Salimia rafiki yangu hapo bwana Sanday, kama sikosei tulisoma na yeye katika chuo cha Kenyatta.
Amesalimika.
A very interesting debate this morning, Mbuvi.
Yes, sir.
And I want to speak to fellow men. Number one, I don't know why in this day and age, a man should be duped into giving their possessions and wealth for a woman when you can get a woman for free.
Okay.
Number two, when I'm one person who believes Mbuvi today, that I will not be duped into giving cows to buy another cow. Wakati mwingine when you go for some of these dowry negotiations, unaambiwa unajua huyu msichana tulimwelimisha, tulimfanyia hivi. Then you realize that that lady is dumber than a second coat of paint. In fact, you will agree with me that men are higher in status than women. So whatever justifications are given for you to be called, that tulimfanyia hivi, unajua alinyonyeshwa, wale wewe ulikamua ng'ombe.
All right, Joshua, before I let you go, I have a question for you, Hello, Joshua.
Yes, I can hear you.
Where can you get these women for free? Because I'm sure a lot of men are wondering where they are.
Mbuvi.
Yes.
We just did our census the other day. And it is all out there for the naked eye to see that there are more women than men. That's a fact. So, in a normal situation whereby you will wish to link a man to a woman, you'll have women left hanging without men, okay?
Okay.
But finally, as I finish, I want to say this and ask a question.
Yes.
So when you go and you are given all these stories about how good the girl is, what she's been taken through by her parents and everything, then what happens to these guys who marry those women who are absolutely out of market? Ukioa msichana ni kama umeokola hiyo familia. I thought this family should be the one now compensating you because enyewe umesaidia msichana wetu kwa sababu sisi tulikuwa tumekata tamaa. And finally, when I go for these dowry negotiations and someone gives you a list of we want this, we need that, me, I want to restaurant and say this. Don't even give me that list because those demands are not being met.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Joshua from Kirinyaga. Where? Hi. We shall address what Joshua and, of course, Kagwema has said. But Mrs. Basil, I was on you. You were saying that, there are levels of...
Yeah, there are levels. There's a certain thing that will go to your auntie from the maternal side. There's a certain item that goes to your auntie on the paternal side. Okay. So it's not just one family that benefits.
Okay.
Can I comment on the caller?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I would say dowry. Okay, this thing for we've educated the girl. In those days, education was such a big thing.
It was.
But nowadays, you'd find that this girl is probably educated and not employed. So, fine, she's educated but not adding value per se in terms of financial. So, I'll speak of the character. That is why the clan is called upon, because they know the character of this lady. And that is where the value comes in.
So because they know huyu ni kinyangarika huyu hata tumuuze tu na mbuzi tatu.
Yes, because what do you do with a lady who's fine educated but can't cook or handle and manage the household? So I guess that's where the caller is coming from, where he's saying, okay, fine, you've married a lady, she's educated, but she's not adding value to the household.
So Sheila, are you saying that the value of a woman when it comes to the dowry part or the bride price should be valued in regards to what she can or cannot do? The character. Yes. It should actually, you are saying it should be valued like that?
Okay, yeah, in society, yes, there's there's that element of saying that this, you'll find that in a family, there's that daddy's girl, she'll not be released so easily as the other girls. Okay. It is factual.
All right.
Yes.
Are you speaking from experience?
You
can hold that thought. And Sunday Alfred, hii nataka sasa nikuulize in regards to what the callers have said. Yes. Kagwema, for instance, said that a girl will be valued according to also the value that she's bringing to the home. Same thing that Sheila, I think, was saying. So if, for example, I come to your family and I see your sister and I fall in love with your sister, na yeye amesoma mpaka hizo ma PhD level and she has all these skills. Sasa nataka kuniambia pia sister yako mtaniuzia expensively.
Indeed, I couldn't agree more with what Kagwema said. Of course, if you are, me as a person who is marrying into a family, I know this. There are quite a number of things that this family, when you marry someone, there is the issue of also that your family and their family becomes like one family. So there is the issue of not only the girl bringing, there are some value that you might not necessarily see in the girl, but even in the family. So with that, it means that you can be able to want to also just ensure that the bride price that you are giving out to this family, you know very well that in a way it's value for money. Okay. It's value for money or value for property or whichever thing that will be able to have taken as a show of appreciation.
Right.
So indeed, that one really determines because me, if today you were to marry into the family, ya Kenyatta family.
Yes. Where?
The Kenyatta family.
Yes.
Mbuvi.
Uh-huh.
Kuna familia zingine, but we should be able to be very, very critical. There are some families, if they are, that's why it's not about how much. I agree with my colleagues here who have said that, you know, there is the issue of standard. Right. Basically, the issue is standards whereby, in a way, you are told that you nitakana ulete kitu fulani, this one will go to this particular individual, CV. But you know, there are some families who will tell you that, look, all we need is happiness.
Yes.
All we need is happiness for our daughter. You don't have to bring anything. Yes. Pengine wanaona wanajiweza. But you see, in the other part, utake pia uende ionekane ya kwamba you didn't take anything. Yeah. So that's okay. What is the basic then that I can be able to bring? Yes. Utakwambia okay, because culturally, this is what usually culturally, kuna standard ya kwa tunaleta ng'ombe 5 na hivi tu fulani. But sasa imekuja ikawa wale watu wa commercialization wenye wamekuja wa kanisa, sasa siku hizi hata wataki vitu yenye wazee wa kitambo walikuwa wanafanya kama kuleta ng'ombe, mbuzi, au anakuambia ni pesa tu.
$500,000.
Yes, $500,000. So unaangalia, okay, $500,000, how are you breaking it down?
Yes.
No, $500,000. All they want is money.
Where to relate to $500,000?
Yeah, pesa. But also we should be able to, you know, Mbugua talked about the issue of spirituality that comes with the issue, the divinity that comes with the issue of
dowry.
Dowry and bride price. You know, there are cultures that I know that I'm related to, that if by any chance, if you didn't take anything to your brides or to the other family, then you get to be blessed with daughters. Hata wawezi kuletea. Wawezi. It's not kama mfano, if my daughters today waletewe, wakitaka kuletewa, then mimi kama sikuwa ni mahari, if at all mimi sikuwa nimepeleka kwa mama yao, then I will have to take first. Oh. Yes. So that at the end of the day, there is no way wewe utapata na wewe mwenyewe ukupeleka. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the standard. Okay. No wonder huwa unapata watu wengine hata pengine kama mimi nimekuwa nikikaa na mtu for quite a long time, na pengine ikawa God forbid akawa ameaga, then hata wakati huo utapeleka. Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Mbugua, Joshua called from Kirinyaga and he said the population nowadays, we have more women than men. So women are more or less free. I can, you know, just walk out here in the streets of Kijabe and just take a girl, from what I understand. First of all, do you agree with that statement?
Thank you very much, Mbuvi. With all due respect, I take great exception to Joshua's comments. We cannot devalue the woman. There are no free women. To suggest that there are some women who are trouble to their families, and by marrying them, I'm removing these are remarks that are very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Unfortunately, that is the kind of mindset many, or rather a few men have about this. In the Kikuyu culture, and I'm sure when I look at all the different tribes in Kenya, the similarities are more than the differences in terms of the culture. The similarities, probably 90% of what you do is similar. For example, in the Kikuyu culture, all the women are treated the same, period. Okay. And that is why I said the dowry items are fairly standard. For example, if a woman's mbuzi is 100, it doesn't matter the status of that woman.
Whether she's
it doesn't matter whether she has a PhD or she has never gone to school. Okay. Because we are looking, the culture looks at the divine, who a human being is. And it is important for us to emphasize that. A human being has no price. Sheila here can be monetarized, that she is a million. Can never be. Sanday here can never be monetarized. It is important for us to appreciate this. Every item in the Kikuyu culture, and I'm sure this is largely the same in other cultures, every item represents a spiritual aspect. Okay. Every item represents a kind of a blessing. Right. So when I am told, Mbugua, you'll bring 90 goats, for example. By the way, I'll be more than eager and zealous to ensure all the 90 goats are taken, because each and every goat represents a blessing to me. Okay. And if that goat does not go, if that pombe, Muratina, does not go, we have a problem. Which actually means the pombe is a symbol for unity in that family. It's a symbol for togetherness. If I will do not, and this is important for me to say in the Kikuyu culture, kama kwenu hamjai peleka pombe, I don't care how born again you are, trust me, that family has issues, has constant conflict. Very important. So each and every item. Let me give you an example. This is very important. Now, let's use the analogy of a plant and a garden. Right. I actually forgot to come with my seeds. I normally use them. Let's say you have maize grain. You take the maize grain and plant it in the garden. In the right environment, the garden has to be fertile in respect to the conditions that are essential for the growth of this crop, isn't it? Now, this crop taps its nutrients from this ground, isn't it? Right. We, children who are getting married, are seeds of the parents from both sides. This is very important for me to emphasize. Me getting married to Sheila, we get planted in the garden called his parents, her parents' family, and my parents' family. That is the garden. If there are gaps in the dowry, in the two parents' families, if there are gaps, we are seeds. We are planted on grounds that are shaky. We are planted on a garden that is too weedy and will never settle as a family.
Just hold on, because we have Nahashon from Ukunda. Nahashon, good morning.
Morning too, Bobby.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very good.
What is your question or comment?
Sasa, I have a comment.
Yes.
Lakini sasa nakubaliana na Mbugua Mumbi statement anasema a human being has no price, ndio?
True.
Yeah, lakini sasa ukiangalia about the dowry price, like hizo vitu nowadays it's like they don't work. Sababu unakuta this person sio wa kwanza hata kumuoa, ndio?
Ni kweli. Akiwa
college, yule na mwanaume 3 months, 3 years. So like it's like you are inheriting someone else. You know? Then unakuta all your savings, maybe your 5 years savings. Zote sasa ndo unapeleka kule. Nyinyi sasa mbaki sasa mtafute tena sasa. Like it does not work hata kidogo.
Okay.
I'm not married, lakini hapo sionangi kama nitaenda through that route.
Unasema basi kama udem unamchukua ka price kake kana reduce kidogo.
Si hata ku reduce. Like yani inafaa, mimi nafaa ikubali. As long as you are peaceful. No much. Chenye unapata kidogo. You just give them.
Hakuna malipo, upatwe tu udem.
Sorry?
Unasema yani upenda tu kitu kidogo upatwe udem.
Azinsia hata hiyo time hivyo. Yani inafaa iwe progressive. Maybe mwezi fulani ukipata za 2 za 3 unawapelekea wanakunywa soda siku hivyo yani.
Progressive sawa na Hashon. All right, so guys, we take a short break right now, but when we return, of course, we respond to what Nahashon has said, and of course, what Joshua said earlier on, and Kagwema. The conversation still continues. We shall update you on the question of the day, so usiende mbali na sisi, we'll be right back.